Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we can discuss In the Name of the King 3, The Last Mission. Now, this movie stars Dominic Purcell from Prison Break as a mafia hitman who is on his way out of the business. He's done one last job and then he's out, and involves a royal family. He's got to do a little bit of kidnapping, a little bit of ransoming, all that kind of stuff. During it, he finds what looks to be a very valuable family heirloom from his victims. It ends up having a lot more power and value than he expected, however, because once he touches it, he's transported back to the Middle Ages and finds himself in the middle of this huge power struggle back in, in the medieval days. He's forced to kind of come to grips with what's going on and figure out how to get back to his world, and that's the story here of In the Name of the King 3. So I actually liked In the Name of the King, the first one. I thought it had such a great scale and such a wild, huge ensemble cast, a lot of Uwe Boll wackiness and madness. In the Name of the King 2 was like a scaled down version, but it was anchored by Dolph Lundgren, who's just such a good anchor to the movie that kind of enhanced everything else. There wasn't as much scale, there wasn't as much wackiness, but there was some. Now we get to part 3, okay? By this point, Uwe Boll is tired. He doesn't want to make any more Dungeon Seige movies, apparently. The scale is almost non-existent here. The sense of like fantasy and scope are gone. Apparently the budget was reduced greatly. There's much less action. What action there is kind of basic and nondescript. There's very little Uwe Boll wackiness, which is what really, I think, in the end kind of, sinks this movie. Dominic Purcell is an okay lead in like a B action movie, but there's just not a lot for him to do here. And while it's fun to watch Dominic Purcell versus a dragon, that doesn't carry the same like interest as Dolph Lundgren versus a dragon. You need a little bit more than that. I will say this though. I do think they used the dragon in this one very like entertaining ends, but it was like too little too late. And I feel like overall, even though they shortened the runtime here and the pacing is okay, there's just not enough action, not enough wackiness. We just end up with kind of like a basic, forgettable, low-budget fantasy action movie that really doesn't have a lot of either of those elements. So unfortunately, I really can't give In the Name of the King a very positive review, but it's certainly not one of the worst movies that I've ever seen. But that's my review for In the Name of the King 3, The Last Mission. The end of Uwe Boll's Dungeon Seige trilogy, at least for now, as far as I know. But thank you so much for watching this review. I do appreciate it. I've got a bunch of other reviews. If you want to drop a sub, check out a live, whatever. But thank you for watching this video. I do appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.